party people, and hello, Johnny over there in the UK. Or I might as well call you the Brit.
The Brit. And
Yes.
what would I call you? I can't think. It would be something probably very rude. How
No,
are you?
you.
I
I'm
missed you.
very. I miss you too. I miss you too. And I miss you more in this recently event that happened in New York that everybody was there. It was when the Brits took over New York. That's why I was calling you the Brit. And it was fantastic. The event of RSVP was really like a memorable time for everybody in the industry on this side of the world to get together. So I was very, very happy to be there, but I felt like I was missing my other half.
Well, I was so sad not to be there. My problem was that I'd been in New York the month before, and I just physically couldn't be there. But I've seen the photographs, and it just looks amazing. You were in the Rainbow Room, weren't you?
Yes, yes, such
Which
an iconic building.
I
Such
love that. Love it.
it was almost, I felt that it was almost like a poetry, because when we were there and everybody, you felt this energy of massive amount of people from the world of the events world and the industry, and everybody's an alpha, and you had this alpha energy filling the room. And then at some moment the sun was hitting the crystals from the rainbow room, and everything started to have like this disco colorful event, on top of people's faces. It was like, it was fantastic. It was
And
fantastic.
I saw what you were wearing. I mean, day after day, you looked amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
And then
I
you put lots
wanted
of work into that.
I
Always. Oh,
I wanted to actually live the spirit of what we are here in RSVP. I wanted to make it feel an honor that we are in the events world, and we're supposed to have fun when we dress up, like you do, and we do everything for us. It's an event and a celebration. So when we were thinking about what to wear for the first day, and they say that we wanted to wear everything like when the Beatles came to New York, and thinking about the swirls and the colors, and it was very, very fun. And then the next day, the inspiration came from the invitation that Cece sent. If it wasn't from that invitation that we received, did you get that invitation? Did you see it?
no, I don't think I did.
Okay, the invitation was a black, beautiful box, and then you open the box, and the box had the pattern of red roses. And it said to come, and you know that they were always doing this marketing campaign about the Met Gala and looking like the Met Gala in the red carpet. So when I saw the red and when I saw the roses, which is my favorite flower, I decided to wear the same dress that I wore the second night of my wedding. And that was very, very exciting. First, because I got to fit in. And then second, because I think that being in the wedding industry, what a best way to show everybody who we are and what we do. So wearing the wedding outfit was fantastic. And then on top of that was with themes. So it looked like the party was made for my dress.
And also, the party had thousands of red roses, didn't it?
Yes, yes. The
Look,
amount of
it
roses.
just looked wonderful.
Wanted to tell you that, Johnny. It was really, I've been into that venue before, and the way that Jen Gold did it, and the drapes that she did, like how the space was fantastic, distributed in such an efficient way. We entered to this first room that it was the cocktail part, and everything was like muted, and you didn't know what was about to come, and it was perfect to have conversation about the other members. And by telling you that, I want to tell you that Preston Bailey was there, Bob Conti
Love
was
him.
there. We also had from Sax Production, they were there as well. We also had Colin Cowie as well. We had, oh my God, so many people. Of course, Jen Gold. And we had so many people from the industry. Edgar from Reverie was there. And I felt that it was like a high school reunion of all the people from the industry in America gathering there, and their outfits were fantastic. Like everybody was looking like $1 million.
I saw Grace in a wonderful red dress, and that lovely, lovely man, Matt Porteous,
She
um,
was
took some
Lady in
fantastic
Red.
photographs. Fantastic. And tell me, major events did the food, is that right?
Yes, major foods did the catering, and the food was impeccable. Like for example, the stations of Carbone, and then the dinner. It was food everywhere. There was so much food and so delightful, and the servers were fantastic. They did something that I know you will love and you will appreciate. They did simultaneous drop at every table during the courses, and they did it all like a brigade, fantastically organized, proper. It is very hard because we work in so many events and we do so many things for other people. And then when it comes for us to be celebrated and for us to be a guest, we are very demanding and we are very picky, let's say. And
Mm.
the way that they were serving us and the way that they treated us, the cocktails, oh my God, they had this
What was,
fantastic
what was
guy.
the best? What was the best cocktail that they
I
had?
don't know. I had them all, but they were like, I
Oh
tried
Lord!
them all. I was like a little kid in La La Land, and I wanted to try everything, and I wanted to talk with everyone. And the photo booth was fantastic. But now, one of the things that I think that you are gonna love the most was the moment of the awards that really touched my heart, because it came this choir with all of these children, okay, that they came to sing a cappella, and they started singing live the song like "You Can Always Get What You Want," and they started singing that song. It was heart moving, so many emotions, and I think it was a wonderful night in the
Tell me,
industry.
how many people were there?
I like to think, I think they had like 350 or so,
Oh my
more or
God,
less. It
that's
was
amazing! I'm so cross I wasn't there now.
it
But,
was
but
sold out.
it just sounds so much fun. It sounds amazing.
Because let's say, okay, the ambience was fantastic, the entertaining was fantastic, the lighting was, everything was on point, on point, on point. But I think that what it made it more wonderful was the attitude on how the people went there. That truly showed the spirit of who we are in our industry. Everybody was welcoming, warming, approachable, nice, and it was so pleasant to have. I had so many conversations, and I'm still having conversations with them. And I think this can only happen when you have the right environment and the right organization looking after us, that we are crazy people,
Mm.
and fomenting that moment of reunion. So I do think that people should understand what our SBP is. If they join and they attend to this type of events, they can understand the spirit that everybody is super special in their way of being, but at the same time, you have an opportunity to meet other fantastic people.
And where were you all staying?
We were staying, I don't know. My husband picked a hotel in Manhattan that I don't remember right now, to be honest with you, because we wanted to be in the middle of the two venues and be able to change and be there from one day to another place. But next time I'm staying in the Standard. I love the Standard.
I
And
stayed when I was there. I stayed at the Edition,
okay,
and that was fantastic. And we came back on the Queen Mary,
I
which was
know.
very very cool. What are you drinking? Making me jealous.
No, now I'm drinking water with ice. Before I was drinking tea, and in a little bit, I might drink a little bit of tequila because my head is about to explode.
I shall shortly be drinking Negroni because I'm going out for dinner, and that's what I have every night. Either a dry martini or a Negroni, and dry martinis in New York are Amazing, amazing.
Don't you want to share a little bit of your Negroni and when you can share with us in the future?
Well, maybe I could share a bit of Negroni when we all go on our next RSVP trip. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that.
You're gonna do a happy hour of Negroni
I'm
and you're
going to
gonna
do a
be
happy hour of Negroni, show people how to make all kinds of different versions of Negroni, and then
oh.
drink 4 or 5 of them. I went out the other night and I had 5 Negronis. I must have been mad. I felt so dreadful the next morning, but it was very fun at the time. Um,
The important thing is how do you wake up the next day?
exactly. Well, the important thing is that you do wake up the next day.
Well, yeah, that's also a good point. That's also a
Mm.
good point. So you know, my drink of choice is tequila, and I have a tequila that has been personalized for me, so I can share it in a very humble way. It has even my name in script there, which
Oh,
is Reina de Corazones, Queen of Hearts in Spanish.
oh, that's so lovely.
I know, and it's from Casa Dragones in Mexico, and they did it in San Miguel Allende in their tasting room. And I find out that this is the only tequila that doesn't give me a headache the next day. So it's the one that I love to drink. So I might
How,
be
how often do you go to Mexico?
anytime we can. It's right around the corner. So whenever we're not busy working or anything, we just go there.
Oh, what fun.
Oh, what happened there?
Well, it's a bomb. No, it's the girls leaving for the day. They're saying, "Thank God we can go home." We're doing a big wedding on Saturday, and we start, or the girls go in tomorrow. Do you know the actor Richard E. Grant? Have you come across him in your life? His daughter is getting married. So we're doing that. And then I'm going straight to Scotland to do the Dunhill Golf, 500 people a day for five
Love it.
days. God help me. So that was
5
them.
days?
That was them.
5 days?
5 days. So
Wow.
that was them slamming the door saying, thank goodness we're out of this hellhole and we're going to have a life. We've had the most extraordinary weather. It completely deluged in the UK and everything's flooded and whatever.
Oh,
It's sort of,
oh. No, well, here in
maybe we can
Florida,
maybe we can get some sunshine when we go to the Canaries.
I know, I cannot wait. And I heard that one of the nights is gonna be Bollywood theme, and they are inviting us to bring and take out our party animal that we have inside. So that's why today I decided to wear this cheetah print a little bit, just to embrace my party animal inside. But I don't know what animal I will be.
Oh, I
Which
can't
one will
think.
you be?
Oh, probably a slug. No, I can't, I can't really think what I would be. Um, but maybe a silver-backed something, with my white hair. But I think the Canaries is going to be so much fun. It's
and
it's
it's
in
it's
November.
important for people to know that these events are crucial for us as professionals. We need to keep ourselves motivated and we need to feel that we have people around us that care. I think that one of the best things that I have felt in RSVP is that every time I go to an event, I feel that everybody can just come and hug me, and I can say, okay, I am not alone. There's people that is also doing fantastic things all around the world. And I saw your friend Gladys, by the way. She was
Oh,
asking
right.
about
I
you.
love her. I think she's so much fun. But also, there are people who at night going to bed and crying in their pillows and thinking, how on earth is this going to happen? How are we going to make that work? And somehow one always does, at least well, mostly. But I think going to the Canaries will be a, a real, apart from anything else, for those of us here, we're going to be able to get some winter sun because the temperatures will be good in the Canaries. It'll be sunny. You can swim. There are lots and lots of nice people, and I think Bollywood will be a fantastic um, concept. I can't imagine. Oh, I tell you what I've got.
What do you
I
got?
bought. I bought many years ago an Indian wedding dress.
Mm.
It's an Indian sari thing. So it's not a sari. It's a wedding skirt. And I took it to my tailor, and I got him to cut it in half and turn it into pantaloons. And of course, you
Oh,
know how those Indian wedding dresses have wonderful borders around the bottom, which are all
yes,
embroidered. So now
yes.
I've got all this embroidery up covering up my bits, and and it looks. So that's what I'll wear.
I have a question. Now that we're talking about Indian, and not too long ago happened this fantastic Indian wedding that took over the world. Everybody was talking about it, of all the money that it was
Mm.
invested in this event and everything. What's your take on that? What do you think about it?
I know that in India it was regarded as being a huge success. They're a very,
Hmm.
very rich family. And I guess they could have kept their money in the bank, instead of which they spent their money. And they spent, by all accounts, tens of millions on this thing. And I think that's great. I think when people spend vast amounts of money like that, it's good for the economy. It's good for our industry all over the world. There were some
Hmm.
wonderful pictures. The bride was beautiful. Did you see the size of the diamonds and
Oh
the
my God.
emeralds?
I was
I
going
mean,
to
my
tell you
God,
that.
Mrs. Ambani was wearing an emerald which looked a bit like a biscuit tin lid. It was
Yes.
huge. I, I thought, can this really be real? And and she's rather good at dancing, so she was sort of part of all the um and they have their own building in Mumbai. I mean, I don't know how many stories it is, maybe 30 floors, which is just their house.
Wow.
Um, and so I think it's fun that they've had parties all over the world, and I think they will continue to have them. And certainly the photographs you see are just amazing.
Crazy.
But I
Crazy.
guess you can only do that if you have an army of um, labor who
And
is capable
planners.
of making it all. You know, but when you go to India, you see those girls sitting making fantastic marigold leis, and they're so quick. And if they were being made here in London, it would take them a week to make them. Those girls just have little nimble fingers, just and it's all done.
Think that from that wedding, one of the things that I love the most is how they said, you know what, we're going to stop the rest of the world. Whatever trend is happening out there for weddings, whatever is happening, we're not going to pay attention to that. And we're going to go with our own thing. We're going to celebrate our traditions. We're going to bring our colors. We're going to do everything that truly shows about our country, that shows because if we're going to capture that much audience and we're going to make that much noise, we're going to tell them who we are and how we do it. And I appreciated that, because I feel that today everybody's looking at the next Pinterest moment or the next picture, and a lot of people, it's forgetting about what the culture, such an important role it takes in our weddings and what we do, you know what I mean? So I
Completely.
love that.
And there were some. I don't know about you, but we have, or I see on Pinterest, those tables, those long tables with flowers falling off the end of them, which look a bit like the flowers have been sick. I hate all that. I am quite over seeing ceilings of flowers.
Hmm.
Do you know that seems to be a trend that goes on and on and on. But they, of course, have built incredible set pieces, and that's what you need. And you and I need clients who are rich enough to allow our imagination to say, you know, if we want this, if we want a temple, or we want a staircase like Bollywood. You see, I'm rather hoping that James is going to build some fantastic Bollywood staircase that we
Yes.
can all come down. You know, there's things in
Wow.
the old Busby Berkeley movies where you step on every
Johnny, we
step
should
and
do a
it lights
dance.
up. Well, he should be building a staircase that lights up in
Oh,
in the Canaries. I think that might be pushing it, but
we should do a dance together. So we do like a synchronized entrance.
do you think that you and I should be there a day early to rehearse, and
I
James should pay for that. And then we should, we need someone to come in with us. I know just the man to
who
walk in with us.
who will
Has,
be?
has he just left your house?
I he just left the house. He
Well,
yes.
I think you should, for those of you that, of course, have not seen this man, he's absolutely beautiful and he's got abs to die for. And can you imagine him in pantaloons with sort of gold chains around him? You could
He will
teach him
do
how
it.
to dance. He could hold me up when I fall over, and we could come down a staircase throwing
Johnny,
pebbles. That would be fun. Oh my!
Johnny,
I'm getting rather hot and bothered. I might have to have another sip of my gin and tonic.
Johnny, listen to me. The thing is that you need to come to Miami because here in Miami, everybody's hot, everybody's good looking, everybody has like this gorgeous and killing bodies. So
I
you
am.
have to come here to visit me.
It's quite depressing, really. I went to the gym today, which I do twice a week, and I looked at myself in the full length mirror, and I thought, why am I spending all this money? It's not changing one jot.
No.
But maybe if I didn't spend that money, I would look like a hot air balloon.
You see, you
You see,
see,
that's just the way it goes.
that's just the
Um,
way it goes.
Now,
Now,
also for me, the thing that's very exciting about, well, lots of things are exciting about going to um, the Canaries, but it's being sponsored by my favourite hotel in the world, the Gritty Palace. Giles and I are very lucky; we go there a lot. He's very clever. When I don't know if you ever get tired, but I get tired, and a bit sort of. And Giles says to me on a Thursday night, "I bought the tickets. We're going to Venice." And we always stay at the Gritty. It is one of the finest hotels in the world. So I'm thrilled that they are going to be doing the sponsorship. And I find that going to Venice, where there are no cars, no noise at the Gritty, you're there for 3 days and you come back as though somebody's massaged you and completely repaired all the
wow.
things you were worried about.
Now that I remember, I saw this post that you did about doing a grand tour around the room the last time you were in the Gritty
Yeah, I
in
love it.
Venice,
I
and
love
it
it.
felt like a little palace and a home away from home. It looked so cozy and beautiful. I really loved it. It
Well, I
was
think that people that are coming really need to hook up with the Gritty. I've bought the place out a couple of times, and they need to hook up and see how it all works. And I'm sure that they will have great represent. Oh, is your is your drink empty?
Mm, no,
Uh,
is that I didn't notice that I didn't wash this glass before, and it had the sticker, and it's driving me
but the
crazy.
sticker on the bottom of it. Yeah, that's a bit like those women that have the price on the sole of their shoes when they're
Oh
walking
my
along, or when they have
God, I can't
their
believe
skirt
that.
caught up in their pants when they've been to the loo. That's never a good look. Oh,
Talk about party politics, things that you shouldn't do, and pay attention in your events. Like this should never happen before.
no.
Now, tell me a little bit about, even though you have a very big wedding this weekend, another project that you might be excited about in the near future and looking
But
forward to it.
I tell you what I am excited about, doing this charity event, raising money for very, very poor children. I mean, you can't believe that in our country we have so many children who are really in a terrible state. So anyway, we did a big fundraiser on Saturday, and then we're doing this wedding on this coming Saturday. And then I'm going straight to Scotland, and then I'm going to Austria,
Oh,
and then I'm going, and that's why I was talking to the boys. I'm then going to Athens,
yes.
and we're doing a site visit for a big wedding next summer, um, and and so it goes on. And then there are events right through until Christmas, and so it's fun. I mean, there are just lots and lots and lots. I mean, this sounds ridiculous because
Mm,
in the summer it wasn't so busy here, and everybody said that. And
I
suddenly
know.
it's as though everyone's turned on
Boom.
the tap and they're all saying, let's party, let's celebrate, which is good.
which is fantastic. The same thing is happening
What
to
about
us.
you?
The same thing is happening to us here in the States. I feel that during summer, everybody said, okay, let's go to Europe. Let's have a couple of trips. Some people were to Aspen and all of that. And now that school has started again, all of our clients are calling in, and we are doing a project that is fantastic, that has nothing to do with our normal clientele. We had reach out by a pharmaceutical company that does all of these cosmetic products from South Korea, which I am going like excited crazy. And they are
Are you
doing the
going to South Korea to see it?
no, well, they invited us to go to Seoul, but they brought us all the products yesterday to the office, and we were doing like this sampling of all of them because they want to do like an experimental type of event, with influencers and all of that. And we've been sampling and smelling them, and we want to do like this multi-sensorial experience for the guests when they come. So, and then, okay, all of that is very exciting, but has nothing to do with the fact that our client, before the client left, said, Ariana and Nicole, we love you so much. We're going to send you all of our products so you can use them. And I was like, ah!
You're going to look even more beautiful. You're,
So,
I was talking to somebody about you the other day, and I said
what?
the extraordinary thing is when you get near that woman, her skin is like it's like it's not really. You know when you get a peach and the
Ah,
and the outside of a peach is soft and lovely. Your skin is like that. So
thank
once you've
you.
had all those Korean things slapped all over you,
Yes.
you're
No,
just
I'm going to rub it everywhere. It's
sorry. It's not a sex game.
no.
I saw you just tweaking your nipples. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, your husband. And do they have some for men as well?
They have for men as well.
Ah,
South Korean creams are for everybody, and I'll bring you some when I see you in the Canaries, so we can share.
believe me, I need every. I had a facial, and I know it's difficult to believe. Um, I had a facial on Thursday.
Okay.
I thought maybe if I have a facial, I'll look a bit better. So I lay there as they slapped all this stuff all over me. And I have a facial every now and again, it's every 2 months. And I looked in the mirror when it was all finished and I thought, well, it doesn't really look any different at all. Still got the bag. So I can't wait for Korean things. That will be very fun.
Yes, 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 yes.
Some
So
of those
that
quite
is a
tightening masks that.
yes, they do everything with rice. It's fantastic. So that's an event I'm looking for. And then here in Miami, you have the Art Basel, which is another event that is worldwide.
Right.
Uh, recognize that all the luxury brands come to Miami and they do fantastic celebrations, and all of the celebrities are here in house. So that's a very interesting week to be in if you're looking for world known events as well. So that's what I
And,
got
and
so
and
far.
tell me, is the election in America affecting your
Ugh,
market? Are people nervous?
oh
I
my
mean,
God.
I'm sure here one of the things that people were nervous about was our election, and now that
Mm,
we've had it,
hmm.
um, and I mean, who knows who we're all going to go? Um, but I just wonder,
Here.
does that have an impact on you? Are people nervous about celebrating yet?
Well, in the luxury event world, it has created an impact. Just being a little bit serious, it has created an impact because a lot of the people had hold their horses until election day, and then the majority. I don't know if everybody else is on the same boat as I am, but I've been talking to a couple of people in the industry here in America, and more or less we're all in the same situation. the first trimester for next year, it's like you don't have any more weekends. It's fully booked. And everybody's like waiting for the elections to pass, regardless of whatever is the result. It's not a matter of the result, it's a matter of the commotion and the instability that that creates before
Mm,
election.
mm.
And then after that, everybody's like, okay, I've been holding myself for too long, I'm ready to celebrate. And I feel that everybody has a little bit of amnesia and they forget this, but every 4 years we have the same dynamic over and over again. People hold their horses, and then once the elections are over, they go out and they celebrate like crazy,
But that's
whoever
great.
wins.
That's great. I mean, and I'm sure that it doesn't really matter whoever wins because inevitably, sorry, I just need to move. It doesn't matter whoever wins because you want to be out there partying again. And
Hmm.
I'm praying that the economy does. Well, your economy is doing really well.
I
You don't know, do you? No, you. You're, it's like somebody said to me when we had one of our many recessions, and they said, "What do you mean you don't know there's a recession on?" I said, "Well, the only reason that I knew there was a recession on was when the price of oranges changed."
Oh,
And they said, "Oh, you didn't realize that we're in economic downturn and the whole thing is going to go mad." Um,
you're
so
no, you're
anyway,
not.
you can't really tell. And we, of course, are like you, heading towards. I really cannot bear the thought of the C word, but the C word is very, very, very close. Christmas, Christmas. You wondered what I was going to say, didn't you? But I can see you going, what the fuck's he on? What's the C word?
I'm
C
like,
word.
what are you gonna say?
You've got my knee in the screen. You don't want that. Um, the Christmas. Oh, if I phoned up one of our clients and said, "Can I come and do a site visit?" I do their party every year, and it's always big. And I said, "Can I come down? Because I want to change where the marquee is going to be and where we put the fireworks." And they said this was a month ago, 3 weeks ago, and they said we can't possibly talk about Christmas yet. And I said, "But if you don't talk about it soon, it's going to be Easter."
Yes.
And it's rather depressing. Harrods Christmas department is open.
It's open already, but
Yeah.
Halloween has not even come yet.
Oh, Christmas comes to us long before Halloween,
Huh,
which is quite.
interesting.
And then of course you have um, what's the
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have lots of nice buffers.
Yes.
Halloween
Before.
Halloween is beginning to be slightly bigger here, um,
Okay.
and Thanksgiving is, although we always do three big parties for the man that used to be the American ambassador here, and we
Mm.
always do three big parties for him every year for Thanksgiving and have done for years. But it's not really quite such a big thing, and and then and the kind of depressing thing is that Christmas, by the time you get to December the 14th or 15th,
Yes.
it's all over Casanova
I
because
know.
people have left. So you
Yes.
pack it in, and
Which is fantastic.
and that's why you need to go to the Canaries with
Yes.
RSVP and have
Yes.
suntan and have some
Prior
fun
Christmas.
pre-Christmas. So
Yes.
did you see on oh did you
Mm.
see on television today those astronauts who came back down to Earth from the space station? They had been away for something like 360 days.
Okay.
Well, I've never seen people look more ill in my life. They got them out. They'd had no sunshine. Their skin was absolutely chalk white. And I thought, if that's what going to space is going to do for us all, maybe we should be going.
We should
Um,
stay here.
so when's your next trip?
I don't know. I don't know. I think the next trip definitely will be for Madrid. because we will be going to Madrid first, and then from Madrid we will go to the Canary Islands. I maybe before I might do like a quick getaway during the weekend, but the season here is so busy, and we have so many inquiries last minute that really right now is the time to, work, 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 and, fill out the arcades again before we do any other fabulous trip. And I wanted to tell you, if there's anybody watching the podcast that is not a member of RSVP, because we know that the members watch, and this is something I was able to prove when we were in New York. You should definitely contact Grace. Her email is grace@rsvp.club, and she will be helping you with the membership and getting into the zone if you want to come to the Canary Islands. And why are we such a firm believers of this environment to be is that if we weren't take an opportunity to actually attend to them, Johnny and I would have never met. These wonderful liaisons would have never happened. And I do believe that in my professional career, I've been touched by every single person I have met in RSVP from the past year, which is great. I feel very, very honored and proud to be part of this. And you can also tell me if you feel the same.
I feel I feel completely the same. And you know, when you go to these events, these conferences or whatever, inevitably you meet somebody who you find, well, you think you meet somebody who you find irritating and you don't gel with. I have never met anybody at an RSVP event that I've thought, you know, I never want to see you again. And also, when you sit down, and you always sit at different tables for dinner, if it's a seated dinner, everybody is always fun and they're charming, and you
Yes.
want to meet them again. Emma, story of your day, the videographer from
Yes.
Switzerland. I met her, and she, as a result of that, has done, and you can go onto my Instagram, I think tomorrow, to see.
Fantastic job.
And she's done an amazing job. And
Yes.
she's charming and fun and interesting. And then, of course, well, I mean, you and I, it was just, I think it was that fam trip we did. And getting drunk and just being fun and just,
That we truly connected more. Well, we connected in Madrid when you came and hugged me,
oh,
which a much needed hug at that time. I
I
think
know,
I just go to RSVP for the hugs.
for the cash. I'm wearing cashmere just in case anybody's
Oh,
not sure, but wearing cashmere only because it's so bloody cold now. But no, that was Madrid was great fun, and um, and I think that the idea of coming as an animal, your inner animal, I'm going to have to give that some real thought. Maybe we need to get makeup artists out to make us into animals. That would
yes.
be fun.
I was thinking about doing like an airbrush, like the whole body,
Oh, well, you need to bring your friend with you to do that. He needs to come and airbrush my body.
I was
I'll be
I was
sitting
thinking
there
for
saying,
doing it, me and my husband, but we can bring him too.
bring my husband won't mind. He'll just stand there going, oh. But his abs were. How is it possible? How is it possible that they look like that? But then I suppose you're
Yeah.
used to it all the time.
Yes.
I'm just used to very odd-looking people shuffling around London, nearly all foreign.
Uh, did you
So
hear that bell?
my bell.
Yes. Is
That
that
was the bell telling us we've talked enough.
yes?
No,
No.
no, no. That bell was the clock in my drawing room. It is
I thought
is someone saying to us, we've done enough. We've rabbited on, and have we done enough? Is anybody saying stop?
I think we have done a good job so far, and we have pleased the audience. Should we say something to wrap it up?
Shall we say something? Well, with your little leopard skin round your neck and your painted body and your flesh covered in Korean slap, I think that you're going to look amazing. And
Yes.
I, I wish we could see you before, but we'll see you on the 18th of November.
No, we're going before. We're gonna have a little trip, you and I, before. We have
No,
a fan
no,
trip to go
no,
together.
I can't come on the fam trip because
Mm.
unlike your little bit before that, I've got work I have to do, so I can't come. But that means that you'll just be even more excited to see me.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Oh,
I may tell you, Johnny, that I look forward so much for our podcast and our conversations. This is
absolutely.
like every time we try to coordinate a date, I know your agenda is much more complicated than mine. And for me, it's like, oh my God, this is the day. Today I woke up so happy. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time, for your experience, for your knowledge, and being so enlightening and delightful. I wouldn't do this with anyone else. And I'm looking
Nor would
forward.
I. And thank you for your fun. And your
Yes.
face is always just a joy on the screen, and
Thank
it's
you.
made doubly lovely by
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ab beside you. And send my love to your husband.
Love you
See you
so
soon.
much, Johnny. Have a wonderful
Yeah.
day.
See you in the Canaries.
See
Lots
you
of
in
love.
happy hour.
Yeah.
Bye.